Cowboys Nation, let me ask you something. What if the Cowboys just moved from talking about linebacker to actually doing something about it? Ha ha ha, because that's the part of this Jordyn Brooks story that should have fans sitting up straight right now. For weeks, linebacker has been this obvious weak point, hanging over the offseason like a giant flashing sign. Everybody saw it, everybody talked about it. And now we've got reports saying Dallas brass made a serious call to Miami about Brooks, while the Dolphins are fielding trade inquiries and figuring out whether a rebuilding timeline really matches a 28-year-old All-Pro. That's not random. That's not fan fiction. That's a very real football conversation happening around a very real need. And the reason this hits so hard is because Jordyn Brooks is not just another possible starter. He's a statement. This man led the NFL in total tackles last season with 183. He led the league in solo tackles with 99. He earned first-team AP All-Pro honors, and the Dolphins officially highlighted that themselves in January. That means Dallas is not sniffing around a backup. Dallas is checking on one of the most productive linebackers in football. Yeah, that's the kind of move that can make a defensive room look more serious overnight. Now here's what I love from the Cowboys angle. Brian Schottenheimer already said the quiet part out loud. We need to address that. Speaking about linebacker, that tells you there's no pretending here. And while Stephen Jones sounded more measured, saying the team will continue to look at every avenue and doesn't have to solve it on one specific date, the message is still clear. Dallas knows this isn't done. Dallas knows the defense still needs another real piece. And if that piece turns out to be an All-Pro in his prime, man, that's not just an addition, that's a correction. And let's be real about why Brooks makes so much sense. He's productive, yes, but this is about more than numbers. It's about reliability. It's about having somebody in the middle who sees the field fast, fits the run right, gets the front lined up, and stops the whole defense from looking like it's guessing. Cowboys fans know exactly what I'm talking about. Too often last year, the second level looked late, soft, or confused. You don't have to be a coach to see that. You just have to watch. Jordyn Brooks is the kind of linebacker who cuts down on that nonsense. He's experienced, explosive enough, and battle-tested. Plus, he's a Texas guy, a former first-rounder, and still under 30. That's a very nice combination when you're trying to win now without renting a washed-up name. Now, yes, the Dolphins side matters. Miami is reportedly working a rebuild, loaded with top 100 picks, and may have to decide whether it makes more sense to extend Brooks or cash him out for draft value while resetting the roster. That's what makes this a real opportunity for Dallas. The fit for Miami's timeline may be getting weird. The fit for Dallas's timeline feels perfect. The Cowboys don't need a 2 or 3 year project at linebacker. They need a grown-up answer right now. And Brooks looks like one. And the draft? Sure, Dallas could go that route. They own picks 12 and 20. There are names in the class. There are athletes, hybrids, freaks, upside guys. But that's the thing. They are still projections. Brooks is proof. Brooks is tape. Brooks is All-Pro. Brooks is one of the rare cases where the aggressive move might actually be the safer move because you already know the guy can handle the league and produce at a high level. That's why I think Cowboys fans should not get caught up in, well, maybe a rookie can. No, maybe is for rebuilding teams. Dallas should be aiming higher than maybe. Yeah, especially on defense after what happened in 2025. And the best part is that this rumor, this call, this little bit of traction, it tells us the Cowboys are not waiting around. They already beefed up the edge with Rashawn Gary. They already worked on the secondary. The one obvious hole left is linebacker, and now they're calling on one of the best options out there. That is exactly how an aggressive, competent offseason should feel. One weakness at a time, one answer at a time, one serious swing at a time. So my take, this is a move Dallas should absolutely keep pushing on. If the price lands in a range the Cowboys can live with, go do it. Jordyn Brooks is exactly the kind of defender who could make this unit faster, cleaner, tougher, and more trustworthy. And if Dallas can pair that kind of linebacker with the defensive work it's already done, then this defense stops looking like a liability and starts looking like something that can support a playoff run. Cowboys Nation, tell me where you stand. Would you trade real draft capital for Jordyn Brooks, or would you rather trust the draft board? Comment below, hit like, subscribe, and let's keep riding, because if Dallas turns this call into a deal, it's one of the most important defensive moves of the entire offseason.